Thank you, Neil. Here's what's happening in the region. A 3-year-old migrant boy was found in tears as he wandered alone in a Texas cornfield near the U.S. Mexico border, according to the BBC. U.S. Border Patrol agents discovered the boy near Brownsville, Texas, on Tuesday morning. His name and phone number were written on his shoes, according to the BBC. He was taken to a nearby border station where he remains while efforts are made to find his family. The boy is believed to have been abandoned by a group of migrants attempting to enter the U.S. Trinidad and Tobago-owned Caribbean Airlines has taken no decision as yet as to whether it will proceed with a lease arrangement contract for 12 new Boeing MAX 8 aircraft. Contacted on Wednesday, CAL officials told the Newsday that the airline had nothing further to add to its public statement on March 19th. In that statement, CAL indicated it would not and could not introduce any aircraft into its fleet that did not meet the most stringent international and domestic regulations. CAL has already made a $7 million down payment for the new aircraft. The MAX 8 was grounded around the world following 2 fatal crashes over the past 5 months in Ethiopia and Indonesia that killed almost 350 people on board. Dozens of diplomats walked out from the UN General Assembly Wednesday to protest a speech by Venezuela's foreign minister who denounced U.S. calls on the world body to recognize opposition leader Juan Guaido as interim president. AFP reported that Foreign Minister Jorge Araiza took the General Assembly platform in the name of the non-aligned movement as part of a special UN session. Walking out were between 30 and 40 diplomats from the Lima Group, which is the coalition of Latin American nations and Canada that have all nearly recognized Juan Guaido and declared Nicolas Maduro to be illegitimate after widely criticized elections. In his speech, Araiza accused the United States of wanting to impose a dictatorship at the United Nations through its blatant attempt to expel or withdraw recognition of the credentials of member states with full rights, such as Venezuela. Internationally, one of the attackers behind the Easter Sunday bombings in Sri Lanka once studied in the United Kingdom, officials say, as further details on the bombers emerge. According to the BBC, Abdul Latif Jamil Mohammed visited southeast England in 2006 and 2007 to study but did not complete a full university degree. The attacker later did a course in Australia. The death toll has risen to 359, with more than 500 people wounded. Sri Lanka's Prime Minister has said the Islamic State group may be linked to the blasts. ISIS has said it carried out the attacks, which targeted church and high-end hotels, although it did not provide direct evidence of its involvement. Floods and mudslides in the South African city of Durban and the wider KwaZulu-Natal province have killed at least 60 people, according to the BBC. A 6-month-old baby and a young child are among the dead. More than 1,000 people have been displaced, according to the president, who has flown into the region to visit the affected areas. Southern and eastern parts of the country have been badly hit by torrential rain in the last few days. More flooding and strong winds are expected in coastal areas, and a severe weather warning is still in place. And that brings us to the end of regional and international headlines. Back to you, Neil.